to give you a review of iWatch I was using for last 2 months. Basically, I would like to let you know what I was using and what was the best strategy to use. Basically, this iWatch is a good product. I would say basically it's useful in the sense like I can basically work on it. I can workout. I can track my workout. I can track my calories. I could track my time usage. So there are various use cases for which I could use the iWatch. So basically, I stay in one of the cities in Canada, and I would use these for the transit timings, and that was very nice for me. And at the same time, I would like to let you know about my experience with the iWatch. At the time of buying the iWatch, I was told that I could buy the Apple Care, and I think now that that would have been a better choice, because I thought this won't be a better choice, because I thought this would be an overall good product. And but one thing, I bought the aluminum version of the iWatch, and it got a slight crack, slight scratch. It's barely visible, but of course there is a possibility of scratch. And so it's not a bad idea, I would say, to have an iWatch Apple Care. Otherwise, this is a very useful product. I'm started using it. Based on regular usage, I'm mostly used for watch. I mostly use for some of the apps for transit timings, and I also use for my health fitness tracking and heartbeat rate. Initially, I was quite checking that, but off late I'm not using it specifically. But well, I could rather say that this my heart rate is being tracked on a regular basis. Other than that, I have some bank apps. Notes I'm not using much. OneNote I'm not using much. Presentations, no. Not much usage. Messages, maybe it alerts me and I get just a few sentence of the WhatsApp message, so I get a heads up. There's another app from Nike, Run Club. That's a good one. I'm able to use it. Then there is something called News app. Not so much of any use to that. I'm not using them. There is calendar is something very good, because I work, and my I have actually my I get my next meeting at which room and which details that I get. So that's a wonderful use case as well. And this I tend to basically accustom now. I'm just getting accustomed to the fitness app and the circles. Basically, what the circle is like, the middle one is how many in an hour. If you stood for 1 minute, you get that for an hour. So that's quite easier. The second ring is basically the exercise, that also you get quite easily. But the red one is what is actually is the real exercise, which is the 650 calories or 600 calories, depending upon the how active you are. You could set them, and this is the toughest part to get the circle in. The basic funda is basically the basic thing is that you have to close the ring, and that's good. That's kind of a quite motivating, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't do. And then you get a summary of total steps, distance traveled. So that's also a good one, and you could use that as an app. So that is a good version of usage of this Apple Watch. So so my usage after a week, after 2 months, sorry, after 2 months, I could say that it's a better idea to buy an Apple Care. And also, just to let you know that this is scratch prone, and me being a very um, safe user, but still I got a scratch. So it's better idea to have a Apple Watch Care, and otherwise it's a very wonderful product to be in your life style. Thank you. I hope I was useful with this video. I will come up with another one. Until then, bye and sign off.